Hello everyone, this is Xandre, and I will be covering the tutorial for the secret plant zone of this game. So, first off here, you want to do a two-tap spin dash right there, right at the beginning. You want to get a jump that's just high enough to, like, land on this terrain right here. And usually that's like a mid jump that you need to do for that. So for this next spin dash, you want to do like a 4 tap. And then you're just basically going, or you're just holding down this whole time. And then you want to jump like on this slope, like right here. It doesn't really matter where, but as long as you get the jump on here, you're all set. So if you do that, you'll jump like that, and then go to this route right here. Once you land like right there, you want to try and get a jump off of that, and then lands right here, and then give yourself like some forward momentum, barely just enough to land on this platform, and then do like a 6 tap here as soon as possible. And then once again, just do what's necessary here. Uh, you want to get like a slope jump that is around like right there, this like part of the loop right there. So you can just get like a jump that goes straight down and give you as much speed as possible. So then right here, you can do another slope jump right there. This one isn't as necessary. I've seen other people do this jump without it, but I just like to do it because why not? Then you just keep holding right. And then you want to, for this part right here, this jump is like more important if you want to get like a good time. So, you want to jump off like around like this part of or this slope right here. And if you do that just right, you'll get a lot of speed, and then you'll find yourself directly landing on top of this yellow spring right here. And then you just want to do like a 2 tap for this. And then you don't need to like jump right away. You can give yourself a bit of time to be sure you land on that yellow spring. And then now after that, you want to hold right for a little bit, and then just reposition yourself like that if you need to with the left input, and then you do a 6 tap spin dash here. And then same thing as like before, you can do like a jump right there to get the most speed possible. This jump right here, if you get here fast enough, this block is potentially like a hazard that can get in your way. But otherwise, it's not really a big deal. So, where you want to jump is like when Sonic's like right side right here is aligned with like somewhere like around right there. Like give yourself just enough room so you don't accidentally bump this block by mistake. So, do that right. And then you'll go over here, and then once you reach like this slope right here, this is where I just start holding down. And you can just start holding down the whole time. Like I just do like tap downs and like in the rhythm of like touching these red springs, but you don't really need to do that. So just keep holding down, do another jump there. You hit this red spring, then you just roll again. You don't need to hold left or right for anything right here. You're just going neutral the whole time holding down. And then this part right here is it's kind of tight, but not really. So you want to try and land this slope as soon as you can, or well, get a jump off of it as soon as you can. And then you land on this platform right here. You can do like the jumping for those 2 platforms a bit more slowly if you want, but this right here, this rectangle that's blocking like this path, this tube. So there's 2 ways you can do this. The first way is I guess the as intended way is like you want to jump right on it and then you like break that rectangle and then you can go through. Or the second way is that you push yourself alongside this rectangle for a little bit with the left input right there. And you want to like get a jump that's as small as possible. Like try to think of this as like a one frame like jump tap. And if you do everything right, you can break like the rectangle like when you're on the way up, hitting this ceiling, and then you can go in real smoothly like that. So for this part right here, if I can get to it. So around like the apex of like when you're like shooting upwards from exiting the tube, this is where you want to start holding left. And you want to give yourself enough room so you don't bump like this corner, but you're giving yourself as much left momentum as possible. And then you're just roaring down this hill. And then you could do like a jump there, but it's not necessary. Then for this right here, you want to be on this right side of this like 4-block moving platform thing here. Just spin dash there. And then the earliest point that you can spin dash out of this is I kind of wait till like there's this white dot right here on Sonic, and I wait for around like when the top of that is aligned with like the bottom part of this. Like you can kind of see exactly like when you want to release, and you want to touch this booster afterwards like that. You might have to slow down a bit by holding left, but once you do that, jump around this middle part of this flat land right here. So you'll just barely clear out from this corner right here, and then jump right there once again. This is like, you can do like a full jump here, but I do like a mid-high. And then you touch this booster. Try to get like the 3 best like slope jumps you can, or you don't have to do them, but doing these basically guarantees you like a good time of 45 or 46 seconds, depending on how fast you do like all the strats here, and there you go. That is Act 1. Something I want to show real quick for this level before I go to Act 2 is this beginning jump right here. If you time like your jump when you're around like this part of the slope, like right in between like these 2 different like angled slopes, then you can get like a boosted jump from this. And that gives you like more speed, and I think this saves you about half a second if you get like a jump like that compared to like the standard one. So go for that only if you feel like you really need to. Otherwise, just stick with like the this like jumping on this slope right here. You can still get a 45 pretty decently, like as long as you practice the level enough. So alright, now on to Act 2. So first off, I'm gonna start off by talking about like the 58-second what do you call it? Routing and movement and strats and all that. It's barely different compared to like the minute 2 that I compiled up while making this tutorial, but that'll be a bit later. So I'll be talking about the general stuff here. So right here, you want to get a 2-tap spin dash and jump as soon as possible. You want to try and land like around right here, there, or wherever. As long as, you know, you do this part fast enough, and then you want to start rolling once you get, like, right here. So you just hold down this whole time. Until, like, right here, so... this spring is a bit, like, difficult to get at first, but it won't be bad if you practice it enough, so... the way I think will work better for people is doing it like the spring movement this way. So you want to align Sonic kind of like this, or the right edge of him could be a bit more this way, but align him like this in conjunction with like the left side of the spring. And then when you're around like the midway point of like this gray wall right here, you want to start holding right. Or you can do like start holding right like a bit less than like halfway when you're up like going up the ascension of this gray wall. So if you do that correctly, then you'll give yourself enough momentum to land smoothly like that. And then you want to do like a pretty tight switching from holding right to left, doing a skid, and then you land onto this like platform. And then you land there, and then you want to get a spin dash down as soon as possible. For me, I like to do a 4-top. And then I do a small jump around here, because now I'm trying to position myself for, basically the only glitch that exists in this game, or at least, like, collision-wise. So, basically, when you're on this slope right here, I think around like where Sonic is right now, you enter like a path, like a hidden path swapper, that's embedded into the level, and when you're over here, the collision to the left of the level is activated, but the collision to the right is not. So you exploit this like aspect of the level, and then you try to position yourself on the middle part of this like longish downslope, but I was kind of a bit to the left here, but it's fine. So what you want to do now is, if you're doing the 58-second strat, then you want to wait until like the IGT is like 16. I tried optimizing this for consistency's sake, so if this still doesn't kind of work, you'll just have to mess with this yourself, but I'll be describing what worked best for me. So I wait until like when the IGT reaches 16, and then this is where I release my spin dash. I wait ever so slightly a little bit, so I kind of jump like right here, and yeah. As long as you, like, jump off, like, that long, like, downslope-ish part, you won't, like, trigger back the collision on this right side, and then you'll see that Sonic will go straight through, like, this long chunk of, like, collision that's supposed to be right here. And then, all that positioning and, stuff like that for where you stop and where you jump is all for this block right here, and like the timing as well with the IGT. So if you find, or once you find something that works, you should be kind of landing on like on the block like this, around in the middle of it. So if you get here fast enough, you can try and like spin dash and jump off of this to the next part of the level as fast as you can, but honestly, it's kind of not worth it, in my opinion. It's too risky, and even if you take your time a bit on this part, you can still get, like, a pretty good time, which I'll talk about that at the end. Like, what times you should be aiming for. So you just wait a little bit, charge, like, that 6-tap spin dash, and then try to get a jump off of that as soon as possible. And then if you do that right, you'll, touch around this part of this flat slope right here. If you wait too long to do this, if you bump like this part of the slope, there's like some solidity here, so if you hit that by mistake, then you'll actually just be slowed down by a bit. Like, you might lose like a second from this, or a second and a half, but once you get like the hang of like the timing for all that stuff that I just showed, then you really shouldn't hit this. It's nothing to worry about. So you just hold right, do like a jump off right there, another jump right there, and there's two different ways to do this part. You can like do some maneuver where you don't jump off of this at all, and you just do some left-right shenanigans in the air, but I personally don't like doing that, and I looked at the differences, and it's basically like no difference. So I would say, do it this way. So you jump like right here, and then you'll like touch the wall there a bit, but you'll just get enough height and speed to like land like right there. You don't want to land right there because you'll lose like a second or so. So just hit that bumper or booster. Do a loop jump there, and then um try to jump like around right here. Don't like try and jump on this because it might seem like a cool like boost of some kind, but it really isn't. It does nothing. So just jump around right there. I think that's like a mid jump I do there. And then you land on this booster, and then you hold right all the way to the boss. So this boss, although it might seem intimidating at first, it's actually not that bad once you know what to do. And there will be two different ways I'll show this, but this video has the usual way you would do this, which you'll see what that is in a bit. So initially you want to position Sonic like right here. So let me go back a bit actually. So when you're heading into the boss arena, there will be these rings right here, and then you'll see these two dots at the end, and then you'll see like this screen lock. So you just have to locate these two dots, and then align the middle of Sonic's head with like the right edge of like this dot to the right. So for this part now, you're going to be looking at this red platform right here. So the right edge of this right here, you see like where there's like a white line, and then there's like one block of red, one block of white, and then the rest is red. I kind of wait for when like this part of the platform is aligned with like there's like this longish green pipe right here, dizzle dazzle, and then once it gets there, that's where you want to do time your like full jump onto Eggman here. So you don't really need to hold the jump button for this game, really. It does nothing, so you can just like kind of chill here for a bit. You want to get your first two hits, and then you want to get off Eggman. Land on this blue platform, like just around like right here. You want to wait for a little bit, do like a small jump, and then you want to wait a little bit longer. I'm getting ready to do like another jump to land on the Eggman, but if you like do this jump too soon, then you can accidentally hit these red like flying balls that are shooting out. So land on him again like this. Oh, and also too, that first jump, if you don't do it, then these platforms will act not in your favor, and this boss will be like a good amount different. So be sure you're kind of copying what my my movement is here. So you're getting two hits right here. Just bounce, bounce, hit, bounce, bounce, hit, and then after those three hits, you'll want to get hit by these like red balls. Like no matter what, don't try and like get some extra hits in. It's not worth it. So once you get boosted back onto this blue platform, jump off of it. A mid-high jump is what you want to do basically, and then get your last three hits while you're in this damage boosted state, and there you go. And then I align myself right here. You can see like Sonic's shoes, like basically just being exactly lined up, like with like the left edge of this like thing right here, this pipe-ish thing with a fence design on it. So what you're going to be doing here is, this is like a variation of making Eggman despawn quicker when you're like more to the left like edge of the screen lock position here. So you want to wait a little bit. I would say like maybe a quarter of a second or 0.3 seconds if you want to be optimal. Charge like your full spin dash and then release after those 0.3 seconds or so. And then I try to time my like a mid-high jump around like right here. It could be this like pipe or this. Don't try and like do like a two-tack, because sometimes weird stuff can happen and the game might just read your jumps all weirdly or whatever, but yeah, just do like a one tap mid high around like right this area, and then if you do that just right, you'll land on that capsule like that. So that's the 58-second way of doing it, and then I'm gonna be going over like some alternate stuff real quick. So the beginning strat here, this is like the way I do it. So instead of just like positioning yourself at the left edge of the spring, I wait until like I'm around like on the halfway part of this like wall, and then I do like a quick like switch from holding right to left. And then you don't hold left for too long at all, and then you switch back to holding right, and then this happens. So, if like the first way that I showed, doesn't work as well for you, then try to see if this works better. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna show this real quick. So, if like doing like this movement here doesn't work for you at all, then what you can do is like you can just work your way up like this. Just do that, and then don't even try to like do fast movement here. Like, I mean, you can, but that's only if you really want to, and I didn't look into that, so that's something that you'll just have to figure out yourself, but I think this is the best way to do it. Like, in terms of cycles and all that, with like the block cycle that you're working with a bit after this part. So instead of looking out for like a 16 IGT, you're looking out for a 20, a low 20. And I forgot to mention this too. So you want to definitely be keeping an eye on this, like how like the terrain in this level looks and all that stuff. So you'll first go through like this long chunk of floor, and then there's like this second part, and then basically as soon as you pass through like this second smaller floor thing, then that's where you want to switch from holding right to left. And then if you do that all correctly and all the positionings and jumps and like that, you'll land like right there. Just do like your little bit of waiting, and then you can jump off. But I didn't get the jump off from that, but that's whatever. Alright, okay, so now the last thing I'll show is the 57-second, like, boss strat. So this is like, this is almost like now different from like the 58-second way, but there is one slight difference though. So you do your 2 hits here, but then this is where things change. So instead of just like trying to get your hits in as early as possible, or jumping back on the Eggman, you want to wait a little bit here. So I kind of wait ever so slightly. You'll definitely know if you don't get the jump right when you're playing the game doing this, because if you're on this like blue platform long enough, then this will start to spike down like real quick like this, and if you feel that at all, then you can assume that your jump was too late, and you can assume that you basically messed up the boss fight, because you'll actually get hit by like this second wave of red balls before you can even get like your third hit back. So if you time all that stuff right, then you'll get your hit on Eggman, and then you'll end up getting damage at the same time. So you don't have to wait a little bit to get your hits in again, or, well, I mean, getting hit by these balls. You can just go straight back to like jumping onto him and hit getting these last 3 hits. And then yeah, that's it. Let's do that alignment again. Ball charge with your 0.3, and then do your mid-high around like right here. Just experiment with that. Yeah, there you go. 57. So yeah, that is it for the Secret Plant tutorial. This video is a bit longer than I would have liked it to be, but I think this is like very understandable and it's pretty comprehensive. So, yeah, uh, hopefully that helped a lot. And if you have like any questions you want to ask, then like feel free to post whatever that may be in the comments. Thank you for watching.